in order to have $1 million practice, in general, you usually need to have 2 associates in the practice, right? So a
And you're doing
3-doctor
something right.
practice. Yeah, a 3-doctor practice that you figured out a lot of things by that point, right? When you have a
Right.
$1 million practice, you're collecting more than $83,000 per month, right? It's elite company. It's a place not many practices get to. This is a unique place to be. And so what we call this is practice growth stage 4, when you have at least 2 associates in the practice, clinic director with 2 associates. And this is, who we're talking to today really is those doctors that already have that $1 million practice, but they want to keep growing. Maybe
Right.
they want to add a third associate, a fourth associate, a fifth associate, right? Maybe they want to add a second location. Maybe they want to add multiple locations, 3 locations, 4 or 5, right? They have a bigger vision than where they are right now. And a lot of this comes down to plateaus, right? And so, Tony,
Right.
talk about breaking through plateaus when you're at this level.
Well, and really plateaus exist at every level,
Yes.
right? So, I mean, you're going to be going along, all of a sudden you're going to find that it's like, why can't we break through 50 patient visits a week? Why can't we break through 100, 150, 2, et cetera, et cetera? Or maybe it's staff breakthroughs or day 1, day 2 stuff or conversion into starts, all these different things. There's different plateaus that are present at every stage. Now, for this specific stage, these plateaus are different, right? Like you mentioned, front desk is dialed in at this point, right? You've got associates that are dialed in, but then there's certain um, resistance that you might get as it pertains to maybe team building, right? We want to equip the associates to really get rolling, right? There's a number of different things, but identifying these invisible ceilings, these plateaus, if you will, is going to be so key because there's things that are holding you back. You have to learn to break through.
Yeah, absolutely. And it comes down to understanding this simple principle that what got you here won't get you there,
Yeah.
right? And it's such a it's almost cliche, right? But it's so true. What got you to the place of having $1 million practice of collecting $83,000 per month? It's like, as we've said, you've got a lot of great things going. You've got probably a really powerful mindset. You've got great habits. You've got, you've figured out how to train a team and get them to
Vision.
perform together. You've got a vision to get you to that place. But when you get there, when you get to that level, you're collecting, 80, 90, $100,000 a month. And it's all the things that you've done to get up to that point are great, but you have to learn new things. You have to
Right.
start thinking in a different way in order to keep growing. Like
Right.
it can't just be like, okay, we're just going to keep doing what we're doing and expect to keep growing the way that we have been, because
Right.
that's not how it works. You have to learn new things. You have to apply new things. You have to understand things that maybe you didn't understand previously or you didn't need to understand previously in order to keep growing beyond $1 million practice, because there's a reason why there's very few $2 million practices,
Right.
$3 million practices, is because most doctors don't understand what you need to do to go from 1 million to 2 million and beyond, or to go from one location to 2 locations, or these types of things that are
Mhm.
so rare within upper cervical practice.
And when we're talking about understanding what got you here won't get you there, it's not that you sacrifice any excellence. It's not that you sacrifice your identity or your values. That's your heartbeat. That
Mhm.
doesn't go anywhere. It's the how that changes typically, right? There's
Exactly.
a few little things that we'll unpack here in a second, but don't ever think that you've got to change minds. I don't, well, mindset can change a little bit,
Yeah.
but your core heartbeat, the mission
The
is
why.
the same.
The why
The why
behind it
never
still stays the same, right? Like
100%.
we talk about this with doctors who are, you know, who are in practice growth stage 1. Like they have to get the why a lot of times, right? Like you got to get that why, you got to get that purpose, you got to get that mindset, you got to get that dialed in. Well, when you're at this level, when you're in practice growth stage 4 or beyond, you're in $1 million practice, you have that why, right? And it's
Right.
the why just needs to continue to be central to what you're doing, but it's the how. It's the how of what you're doing on a daily basis, how you're investing your time, what you are doing with your team. It is what needs to change in order for you to keep growing.